This has to be the craziest admitting of how guilty you are as these comments are on this thing. I'm having a really bad time right now, okay? So if you followed this other thing, I literally laid it out. I mean, I went to town on it. It's fucking insane. It's insane. In fact, this story right here that we're going to go through is probably more sane than what's going on over here. But Kevin Spacey on a new sexual assault allegations. I've been promiscuous, flirty, aka sexual harasser, and definitely persistent. Coercion, that thing. Isn't it funny? He just kind of basically admits it, but he reframes it. It's like, promiscuous. They might have been knocked out. I don't know. It's like this thing. Kevin Spacey immediately defends himself in the light of new allegations brought forth to the two-part the documentary. Oh, I kind of always. Actually, the stories on it are just, we already know. It goes pretty much the same thing how he always has been. So I was like, are you agreeing to agree with it? I mean, what are you doing here? He's like responding to these new allegations. Okay, so that's coming up. All right. I take full responsibility for my past behaviors and my actions. And it should just end right there, right? I'm absolutely guilty. I'm absolutely guilty. But here he goes. But I cannot and will not take responsibility or apologize to anyone who's made up stuff about me or exaggerated stories about me. So who's telling the truth? I mean, okay, so what are you agreeing on about your past allegations? That you're saying, I take full responsibility for my past behavior. So what's this past behavior that you're taking responsible for versus what's exaggerated? You're claiming is exaggerated, right? So it means you did something bad. But what do you take a responsibility for? Can you point it out specifically, Kevin? These allegations and interview comes less than a year after a UK court found Spacey not guilty of sexually assaulting the four men who brought the charges, and almost 2 years after the New York jury found him not liable for molesting actor Anthony Rapp when he was 14 and Spacey was 26. Speaking on how he tends to behave, I've been a male, flirty, and I've been annoying at times. So you're a sexual pest. You're a sexual pest. You're a sexual bully, right? So nothing anybody said was totally wrong. You're kind of saying it right here. You're just trying to make it sound, you're trying to minimize it. I don't know. You're using I've been annoying. Definitely persistent. I force myself onto people, okay? He's basically kind of outright saying, he's like, I frame this differently in my head, guys. Okay? We're agreeing, but I gotta frame it the way that I frame it. I'm definitely persistent. But I have never once blocked someone from leaving a room or locked the door. Do you believe that? I've been persistent, but I've never done anything like that. I cried once to try to keep somebody in the room. You know who does that? A sociopath. The manipulator, right? Please. The ones that like threaten they're going to do something to themselves. Okay, this is him. Please don't leave me. Yeah, this is Kevin. He's admitting to this. But I've never put my arm in front of the door or locked it. So you went into rooms with people and never locked your door? You're trying to get us to believe that you went in a room with a guy or a girl and you just leave your doors unlocked? You want to peddle that out, Kevin, because I lock my doors all the time. Even when I'm alone, I lock my fucking doors. But you're trying to say you leave all your doors unlocked. Okay. Okay, Mr. Kevin. Creepy Kevin. One of the recent allegations put forth in Spacey Unmasked is that during the filming of the 99 drama The Big Kahuna, an intern was asked to give Spacey a massage, a form of sexual harassment in and of itself. Yes, thank you. And when you do that to a kid, like, what the hell, right? It's like a whole different realm of things, even, because, like, kids don't think that's bad, because nobody even pointed this stuff out. It's the number one predator move from all perpetrators. Probably because it was in movies, right? how do you make the moves on these women, right? And it's like, oh, you get your hands on him, get him really comfortable. Now your hands are all over him, and then you can just slide your hands anywhere, right? It starts this thing. It's the number one predator move. But that quickly turned even more inappropriate. In addition, this accusation, Kevin said in an interview, well, I have to say that this guy's story strikes me much more in keeping with something that I might have done. So yeah, I can accept the possibility of this so far. Okay, Kevin. What are you trying to do here? I was like, what are you trying to do here? Are we getting through to a sociopath? I don't know. He does this, he's going to start playing game. Like you think, oh, this happened in the rap case, right? When he's like, I am so sorry, but I was probably drunk. Like this thing, right? Like it's a like it seems like he has some empathy for Anthony, right? You think, like I was sitting there going, does he actually have some care in the world for that guy? At least for that guy. And then he turns around later. Yeah, these people, I should never say sorry for none of this, none of that, none of that. He don't care. And so right here, I wouldn't believe that. I mean, I don't think that he's really taking responsibility. I think there's a game in his head. He's like, well, you know what? If I actually say I did this, then people will think like I'm a little bit more believable, and that you could feel more sorry for me by, I actually don't think this one is actually that bad. Doing the massagey Cosby thing, because Cosby did that too, okay? And so did one of my perpetrators when I was a child. Okay, Kevin. So he's like doing the slightly. Okay. Are we breaking down that scrambled egg brain of yours and how you frame things in your brain? We're not there yet. We're not even there. We haven't even cracked Howard yet. He's totally a hot mess. I really see the human in these other socio men with allegations that treat women like shit. Oh, okay, yeah. I was like that one.